Hello, everybody. Share screen. Share computer sound. Okay, how's the audio? Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Is it good? Can you hear me well?
Yes, doctor.
Excellent. Okay. Very good. So, did we finish with the highway case? Yes, no? Who was doing the highway case? Shama? Was it Shama?
I think we did, yes.
Okay, do you have any questions, comments about the highway case? No comments, no questions? Okay, good. Questions, doubts, something you'd like to comment? 6 people are waiting in the waiting room. Nothing? Everything is clear? Okay, good. Did you find it useful, these 5-step methods? I think it's super powerful. In my opinion, it's one of the most useful things you can learn in your whole life because being ethical is priceless. And that is why I put here this little poll, and I would like everybody in the class to answer the poll if you can. It's on. Can you see my screen? Yes.
Sir.
Yes. Who's talking? Taif. Yes, Taif. Yes, good morning. Good morning. Okay, good. So I put this poll here, and it's anonymous, so you don't have to lie to me to be nice. So I like you to rate these 5-step methods from 1 to 10. And 1 means it's useless. What a waste of my life. I'm not gonna recommend this to anybody. 10 means, oh my God, I'm a big fan of this. I'm gonna recommend this to everybody. And so with this, we will calculate a number. That's useful for the university to know what is useful for students. Good. I see people answering the poll. Okay, so I'd like everybody to answer the poll if you can. And remember, it's anonymous. I cannot see who rates good or bad, and so on. So don't look at what people answered before. Just think about yourself or comparing all the things you learn in the university. Is this one of the things that you recommend? Or you say, nah, maybe. If it's maybe, you put 6, 7. If it's, oh yeah, definitely 10. If it's definitely not, any number from 1 to 4, 5. Yeah. Good, awesome, great. So practice makes perfect, and we saw 1 case, and it's really useful to get practice with this. So we'll see 2 more cases, and today we'll see the 2nd case, which is about COVID-19, which is very controversial, right? Because you have lockdown on one hand, which is terrible, and you have saving lives, right? And so what is ethical to do? What is not ethical? At what cost? How do we measure it? How do we know we are ethical or not? So I think we had 1 volunteer to do this case who was offering to walk us through the case. I think, let's see, Mariam, no, nobody. Nobody wants to show us what they did. I'll give you 1 bonus point. Salam and Noemi, are you here? Taif, would you like to show us your case, Taif?
Yes, sir.
Okay, big hands for Taif. You can share your screen.
You have to stop sharing yours first, sir.
Oh yeah, sorry, I'm so bad at this. What about now? Can you see me? Can you share now? Yeah. Good. It should work now, Taif. Salama, what did you say? Yes, but I showed the first case. Oh, you did the first case. Okay. Do you want to do the second case as well after Taif, so we can compare two approaches? And by the way, today I'm in the car because there was a big traffic jam going between Abu Dhabi and Dubai, and I got stuck. So I mean, ADNOC. Okay, Taif, are you ready?
Just 1 minute.
Okay, while Taif sets up. Yeah. Oh, Salama, you want to show the first case? Yeah, very good. Okay, so after Taif finished, you show your solution of the case? Is that what you mean? Yeah, okay. So, okay, while Taif sets up, I'm going to do the attendance. Or are you ready, Taif? Taif is ready. Okay, not attendance. Okay, so Taif, imagine I don't know anything about this case, so try to explain as if I was a 5-year-old.
So hello everyone. So we have in case 2 a case about the coronavirus lockdown. Here, in this case, we saw that there are 10 guests in a hotel that are infected with a deadly virus that you know, which is coronavirus. The hotel here have a choice to either lock down the hotel, which have 1,000 guests in it, or to not do anything, and the virus then will spread more rapidly in the city, which have 8 million people in it. Okay, so we are going to use the 5-step ethical approach to analyze this case. First of all, I did a problem summary. Okay. As I said, we have 10 guests at a hotel that are infected with the coronavirus. The hotel have 1,000 guests and the city have 8 million people. We want to save as much lives as possible. Sorry?
Go on. Don't worry. Continue.
We have the choice to quarantine the hotel, where we expect from 500 persons to be infected from previous events, or do nothing and let the virus spread more rapidly in the city. We know that the death rate is 2% and the life value is 400K AED. The lockdown of the hotel cost will be 1 million per day. Okay, and if we did the quarantine, it should be 2 months. Okay, so then after summarizing the problem, we saw the stakeholders, which is the health department that I'm working at. We can also include the World Health Organization, which is the same thing, and the hotel that includes the managers and the employees in the hotel. We have also the guests in the hotel that are 1K persons, and the city population 8 million people. Our alternatives are either do the quarantine or do nothing. Okay, so what is the best choice to do? I summarized it in this. Yeah. So.
And you decide to use the utilitarian approach, yeah?
Yes.
Yes. For this, yeah?
Yes.
It's good if you can explain why this approach is more appropriate than other approaches, and we can do this later. So go ahead.
Okay, so first of all, here I identified our alternatives and wrote down all of our stakeholders and analyzed who is going to be, who is going to be sad and from this this choice. Okay, so whatever wrote in green is a positive thing. Whatever wrote in red, which is a negative thing, but it's not money. And everything in black is losing money. Okay. So first of all, the health department definitely will be happy if we quarantine the hotel because less people will die.
Yeah, and their job is to save people life. Okay.
Yes. Okay, so I then calculated the delay in death cost, which is going to be 136 million AED.
Very good. So this figure comes because the hotel cost, right?
Yes. I
So
listed here all the calculations if you want to see them.
that is very good. So wait. So this figure means that the health department pays this, or what? Somebody pays for this, or does this mean that because less people die, that is the amount of money equivalent of people not dying now and dying later? Where does this 136 come from?
If we lock down the hotel, less people in the city will die. And so the government will not pay more money for those people who died. And maybe in this 2-month period, they can find a cure or something for this virus.
Okay, I see. So maybe it could be more clear to write economic benefit of disease not spreading to the city.
Okay.
Right? Sounds good? Something like that. Good. Okay, good. Very good.
Okay. In the hotel points of view, the lockdown will cost them 60 million AED, as you can see here.
Who will pay for this?
The hotel.
Okay.
Okay. If people died in their hotel, they also need to pay for them, for their lives. And I estimated this for 5 million AED as well.
Very good. Will the hotel pay for this, or I'm not sure? We don't know. Okay, let's say the hotel pays for it. Good.
Okay. Here, 500 person will be infected and we expect them to die, 2% of them to die. Here, all of them will be infected and we expect 2% of them to be die. So 8 million, which is more than this.
Wait, if there is no quarantine, it means that these guys will leave the hotel, so they will not die. So the problem with quarantine is that if you quarantine people in a small place, at the end, everybody gets infected. Yes.
Yes.
So that is the thing. But in the hotel, if there is no quarantine, nobody will die in the hotel. So I would say that the guests that die in the hotel or dead in the hotel, 0, right? Because they will go home and they will not get infected because staying in the hotel. Right, that's much better. Okay, good. Guests of hotel.
Here I said that 500 will be infected, and here I expected 1,000 to be infected if no quarantine, but 0.
Very good. Okay, excellent.
In the city point of view, the deaths, assuming 100% infection, it will be for 46 billion AED.
64 billion.
Yeah.
But is the infection rate 100%? The infection rate, so the virus kills 2%, right? Is that correct?
Yes.
correct?
Yes. Yes.
So at the end, everybody will get infected, okay? But only
Mhm.
2% of them will die. Is this the correct number? How did
Yeah.
you calculate this 64 billion
Here.
death in the city? 8 million people at 0.02 death rate. Very good. So 64 billion. Wow, amazing. Good calculation.
In both of them, and then I calculated the total for both cases.
Very
Okay.
good.
From this analysis, we
Wait
can see
a
that
second, Dave. You have a thing called delay in death. What is that?
this one.
Ah, okay. So I think it's good to explain this a bit more in detail again.
Okay.
So what is this delay in death? What does it mean?
We said that it is.
So just explain this line again. Yeah, just explain this calculation again.
We said that if we quarantine the hotel around the city, less people will get infected then. So
not only less people, but the disease, at the end, the disease will spread anyway. But with the quarantine, what you do is you delay the disease of going from the hotel to the city, and you gain 2 months. Yeah.
Yes.
It's not perfect solution, but you can delay it a bit, only by 2 months on average. And this we can quantify happiness or money. And how did you do this?
So
you
I
said that
the deaths in the city, which is this one, times 2 months extra life divided by 968
months of average life of a person. Wow, really good. Amazing. And this is equal to 136 million. Interesting. Okay. Yes. So what is your decision after this?
We will quarantine the hotel because we saw that the delay in death is a very big benefit for us, that it's like already 3 times larger than the cost of the hotel. Like,
wow,
you can see the difference here between
it's
these
amazing.
two.
It's really, it makes sense, right?
Yes.
Taib, I have a question.
Yes.
What if you have to lock down 10 hotels?
Still, this is the best solution.
Are you
because,
sure?
Yeah.
10
Because
hotels.
like,
what about 100 hotels at the same time? So maybe after 3 hotels, not so good solution, right? 1 hotel, okay. 2 hotels, yes. 3 hotels, 10 hotels, yeah. Good, go on. So you decide that because this analysis, and you chose utilitarian, which is about maximizing the happiness or the well-being, yes?
Yes.
That it's obvious that it's very good to quarantine, much better economically or happiness-wise, yeah, utility-wise, than not to quarantine. Very good.
Okay, and then evaluating the results, which is the last step. We will monitor the results to be if the desired effect was achieved, like the reduced number of deaths, and observes its impact on the hotel guests, city population, and the whole country in general. We can also consider doing a complete lockdown to the country. This is just a suggestion. Or the city to help containing the virus in an early stage, because if we contain it early, we will manage to
delay more.
Yes.
Very good. Well done. Okay, anybody has a question for Tay? Excellent. Well, that's very good analysis. What about if we had used the fairness approach?
It will be difficult a bit to calculate the fairness, because we need to be fair for everyone, the people who will die, the people who will not die, the hotel and the city in general. And so I thought it's not very suitable for this case.
It's also very confusing. What is fair in this situation that we never seen before? Is it fair to lock down tourists in a hotel? Poor guys, they don't have any blame. Maybe they're not even infected, right?
Yes.
And what is fair here? People are very confused, right? What is
Yes.
more important? Like also being locked in a hotel, not being able to live your life is also like dying a bit in a sense, right? So what is fair here? It's a very philosophical question and countries do not agree. What about common good approach?
I think we will reach the same conclusion that we did here, because we are looking in general for the people's health. We want
Absolutely.
to delay the death.
In this case, common good approach and utilitarian approach, because you're considering only the population in the country, right? You didn't
Yes.
consider other populations or other things. It's exactly the same analysis. Yes, very good. And what about values approach?
We also need to define what is their values. And so it might differ from place to another.
What are our values, right?
Yeah.
What is more important, freedom or to save some lives or what, right?
Yeah.
So that is personal freedom or public health. What is more important? What is the balance? So that's also a topic where governments, this is so new for them that they have not thought about it, and that's why everybody's so confused, and that's why it's not a very good idea to apply this approach here.
Yes.
Absolutely. So if you have data, you're always on the safe side and you can have a rational discussion and show your arguments why you did it because of this. And very good. Well done, Taif. Excellent. Anybody has a question? Right. Somebody else wants to share their analysis. I'm trying to recover the chat. What is the chat? Where is the chat? Here you are. I lost the chat. Oh, it's Zoom. Here. Oh, finally. Chat. Let's see. Good morning. Yes. Yes, but Salama, you can show your case. Do you want to show your case, Salama? Salama, we're talking to you. You can share your screen if you want. Great.
Can you see my screen?
We can see your screen. Excellent. Very clear.
Okay. I will start now with case 2, which is coronavirus lockdown. In step 1, I give a problem statement that in the hotel area, we have a coronavirus outbreak. There is 1,000 guests in the hotel and 10 guests are sick already.
Yep.
And at least half of them will be infected by past knowledge if there is no quarantine. The infection will spread more quickly to the general population of the city, and the city has population of 8 million. The death risk of this virus is 2%. The cost of hotel lockdown is 1 million per day, and the duration of the quarantine is 2 months. First, I define the stakeholders, which is the guests. They have a risk of infected with coronavirus, and the health department, they must take the right decision about and taking the responsibility. Also, we have hotel owners and who works in the hotel. They will pay high cost if they look at the hotel. And emergency response, they must save lives, taking care about the sick people, and they may get infected as well.
Very good.
For identify the alternative, I have two options: doing nothing and spread the infection, or quarantine the hotel.
Yes.
Okay, in step 3, I evaluate and choose an alternative. For stakeholders, first I will start with guests. Here I calculate the cost, assuming that 100% of them will get infected. It will give us 64 million. And also we will not provide them an extra life, and they will be banned because of risk of dying.
Right.
On option B, the cost of death will assuming by 100%, it will be the same number. And here we will have a value of in July the death. So 182. And also they may feel safe because someone caring about them. And about health department, they cannot control the numbers of infected guests if they do not do.
Okay, wait, hold on, Salama. So these numbers you calculated is for the whole population, but you listed on guests.
Yeah.
So maybe it should be listed on population. Yeah, so the 64 billion. So you calculate 8 million multiplied by 0.02.
Because they will
Who's the stakeholder here? Is the city or the guests? Who's affected? You have 8 million guests.
Yeah, right. Maybe I must put that also.
Maybe this is the first line. So this is maybe population, right?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. You can fix it later. Go on.
Also for health department, I said I will count the number of infected guests if they don't quarantine it. And on option B, they will know the exact number of infected people. For the hotel or hotel owners, they will not lose anything if they do not doing nothing, because they will not pay anything, I mean. But if they look down, they will they will have a cost of lockdown the hotel, 16 days of per 1 million, it will be 60 million. And the cost of dead guests in the hotel will be 0.08 million. Also for emergency response, they will have a lot of work and test and unorganized.
Very good, very good.
And in option B, they will accept the exact number of infected people at least. Yeah.
Okay, more control, less control. Very good, very good.
Very good. Here, from my from utilitarian approach, option B is better, and it's more ethical.
How do you know it's better?
Because in the end, the two options will have the same end, because we assume that in the end they will all get infected. So if we delay it, we will have we will have more benefit.
So here's the thing. You can measure how much better option B is. If you add all the numbers, you will see there is a difference of 132, more or less. Yes? 132 million. 132 million. So that you can say, look, it's 132 million better. The utility of option B is 132 million better than option A. And you don't have to say better. You are university students now. You don't say A is better than B or B is better than A. That's in kindergarten. Now you say it's more ethical because there is a difference of 132 millions in utility. That's it. If you want to sound professional, okay? Because better, what does it mean better? Just tell me. Right? Option B is more ethical because it's 132 million more useful. Yes. Excellent. How would you implement this? Because I think the hotel will not like this, right?
Yes.
So
option A results and the same end. So it's more ethical to choose option B, and it will provide extra life for the guests. So if we compare the result, we will notice that choosing option B the best for this case.
Yeah, so implement the decision is not about convincing me that it's a good decision. It's about how do you make that everybody agrees with you, because the hotel will fight this, because nobody wants to lose 60 million dirhams.
Yes.
So how will you convince all the stakeholders that this is the right solution? So maybe you will have to change the law or declare emergency or talk to the government and say, hey, you need to close down the hotels, or you need to this year no taxes because look at this poor hotel, right? Or maybe you have to make a special economic plan. Yes. So because
as a doctor,
yeah,
for the hotel we can use their reputation, because if they have lockdown and didn't spread, it wasn't a reason in spreading the virus, they will get a good reputation among the people.
That's very good. But what did the government do in this real case? So the government, what they have done is they have said, okay, in this scenario with the lockdown of the hotel, who benefits? The society, no? All the benefit goes to the society, from the hotel to the society. The hotel bears the cost, the society gets all the benefit. So the government said, okay, less tax for this year, which is what they have done, right? So they gave a bit, part of this benefit, they gave it back to the hotels and the businesses that lost a lot of business, but they also recognize that they're making an effort to help the society. Do you get it? So actually the governments have redistributed, and that's what this step 4 is about. It's about how do you get everybody on board? Because just saying that this is the most ethical, we should do it. Yeah, but you're getting all the benefit. I'm getting all the, why should I do it, right? So that is a very good step 4. If you can say, well, okay, how do we make everybody that they accept this, that they want to do it, that they don't fight it? And one way is to redistribute the benefits a bit. Sounds good? Yes. That would be a very good implemented decision. That's the most important in step 4. And step 5, also very important. What did you do here, Salama?
In this situation, we see that the city alone, the benefit of delaying the death due to pandemic is now 3 times greater than the lockdown cost. Quarantine costs are warranted. However, the advantages of quarantine are order of magnitude greater thousand as we consider the population of outside the city, the world, or that's saying. And the reason of providing national and
I got it. So here the most important thing to say, okay, I chose option B because I did this analysis. This analysis is based on the assumption that it will delay 2 months the spread of the disease to the city, right? Did this really happen?
Yes.
So this is the most important thing. Check the assumption. Well, we did this because we thought this. Did it really happen? Yes, it was 2 months exactly. No, it was 5 months. Or it was 0, no difference. So you learn something. Sounds good?
Yes.
So the number 5 is not about telling me what you already told me before. It's about how would you check that what you thought would happen did actually happen. Sounds good? Comments? More comments? So a good step 5 would be, okay, we assume that the whole analysis is based on that it will delay 2 months, but what happened actually, we will check if it actually delayed 2 months or not. So that's good. All right, who wants to share something else? That's it? Okay, when do we have the midterm exam? Well done, Salama, good job. Anybody else wants to share? No? Okay, good. So I'm gonna give you another case, the last case. This case is related more to IT. So these two cases were to practice, and the next one is about IT. You have to buy some laptops, and you can choose between a fast laptop or a slow laptop, which is cheaper, or a fast laptop, which is more expensive. And so you have to decide, and your boss asks you, which one should we buy? And you have to come back with a solution. And you have to choose, basically. So how do you make sure that you were professional in this decision so that you don't get fired afterwards, right? So I will send the case later on. And so the next class, you will work in group with what you learn in the last cases. Is a very good chance to apply everything you learned to a real case, real IT case that you will find yourselves. Because buying things for the company, it's a big part of a job of any IT professional. Questions? Any questions? No questions. Okay. So would you like to type your, yeah?
The girls are asking questions in the chat.
Oh yeah, and I don't see it because this, you see what I have to do to see the chat? Oh my God. Questions in the chat. Yes. And what are the type of questions in the midterm? So you have lots of midterms from the past year in the Dropbox link that I shared with you. So if you go to Slack and you look for Dropbox, you will have the Dropbox links to the course where you find the syllabus, lots of final exams from previous years, lots of solved cases. You can find also the book that I recommend you to write. As we said, I pick questions from the book and so on. And the questions will be multiple choice or true or false, where you have to think a bit. But my advice is practice, 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 practice. Sounds good? We do chapter, so everything within, so chapter 1 basically. And did we start chapter 2? No, so we didn't start chapter 2. So, will it be in lockdown browser? Yes, it will be in lockdown browser. And camera, it's not my choice. And camera. What else? What else? Other questions? How many questions? Usually the midterm question is about 20 questions. No, there's no backtracking. Because this is like real life. Can you go back in real life and change what you said? Yes. It's always like that. It's no backtracking, and the question order is randomized. This is to prevent cheating, basically. Okay, Salama, are you here? Hamoudi, say yes in the chat. I completely agree with you, Lamia. I completely agree with you. But we have this problem that some students don't respect the process and they cheat. And this is a big problem. And to reduce this problem, there is no backtracking. If the students, some of students, not all of them, if the students didn't cheat, you respect it, but there's some that don't, and that is the problem. I know you need to revise, but think about this, you have more time, the exam is easier than usual, and the questions are very easy. So the benefit you get, so you get more stress for revising. So just chill out, allocate the time that you want. There's plenty of time, like there's more than double the amount you need for every question. There's no need to stress. So it's 20 questions, you have 1 hour and something. So it's like more than 5 minutes per question. So that's, and it's a multiple choice. It's super easy. And it's not involving any calculations. So there is more than plenty enough time. So that is not a problem. Right, Salam, are you here? Alia A, are you here? Moza M, are you here? Yes. Metha G, are you here? Metha K, yes. Muna K, are you here? No. Afra K, are you here? No. Emanes, are you here? Very good. Tahani, are you here? Very good. Sarah N, are you here? Aisha E and Salama S, are you here? Very good.
Doctor,
Yeah.
my name is Afra. You may mark me as absent.
Yes, because you didn't say
No, I answered the chat.
it's fixed. Okay. Afra, are you here? Afra Nayadi, yes. Latifa M, are you here?
Yes.
Very good. Alia M, are you here?
Yes.
Wish. Lamia R, are you here?
Here.
Naima S. Fatima J.
Yes.
Sahat. Shahat.
Yes.
Mariam A. And Futun, are you here? Hulud S and Taif H, are you here?
Yes. Yes, doctor.
Yeah. Zainab I and Mariam N,
Yes,
are you here?
doctor.
Good.
Yes, doctor. Mariam Anna is
Good.
here.
Very good. Alia Y and Halima A, are you here?
Yes, doctor.
Super. And Alia? Sarah
Yes.
Y and Rauda. Good. Sarah Y and
Yes.
Rauda. Yeah. Rauda
Yes, here.
and Sarah Y. Sarah Y, okay. Khadija M and Ohud, are you here? Khadija, yes, yes, okay, good. Dana H and Mariam A, are you here?
Yes, doctor.
Super. Sheikha J and Shaima M, are you here?
Yes.
Fantastic. Sheikha and Sheikha not here. Fatima R and Shema, are you here? Fatima. So if I say your name, you can leave. Fatima R, no. Shema M,
Here.
good. Sheikha A and Rim A, are you here? Rim, yes, okay, good. Ash, Jan, and Hulut. Wow, cool. And Sumaya and Hafsa.
Yes, sir.
Sumaya,
Yes,
Ahayet,
sir.
Ahayet and Mahar, are you here?
Yes, sir.
Ahayet, and Mahra. Okay. Reem J and Shamsa H are here.
Yes, here, Reem J.
Shamsa. Sheikha J is here. Good, good. Sheikha M and Sheikha A. Very good. Sheikha M, Sheikha A. Okay, 4 more to go. Aisha B and Alrim M, are you here?
Yes, Hasha's B is here.
Aisha B is here. Very good. Alrim, okay. Last two, Aisha S and Alrim S. Super cool. Fatma. Alrim, you're here. Faiti. Faiti. Okay, you're good. Fatma. 470. You're fine. You're good, you're good. Okay, everybody. Juma. Oh, God, I missed Juma. Yeah, you're good.
Professor,
Yeah.
you mark me absent.
Okay, you're fine now. Yeah,
Okay.
Dream. Good. Awesome. Good. Okay. I'll send you an assignment for this next session. And then we have the midterm. When is the midterm? Did I forget?
Sir,
26.
the midterm
26.
material will be only chapter 1?
And I think chapter 2, because we will see chapter 2. You will see chapter 2 in the next session. So, yeah,
So 1 and 2.
1 and 2, which is a video recording. So probably 1 and 2.
Okay.
As usual every year. So check the Dropbox, practice in group. And yeah, that's super cool. And do you have any questions with the video? I will send you later, and the assignment, just chat on the general channel. Good. That's a very good idea, Sheikha, because we had a poll, right? And we said that we will have the midterm. Wow, it's not typing. Oh my God, my computer is so slow. Midterm. When is the midterm? 26. I cannot recall the poll. What is it? Midterm day. Here. So we said it's on the 26th. Yeah. So in 7 days. Woo! Excited. I will send an email. Yeah. I will send an email. Yeah. Good. If I don't send it, just remind me on Slack. Questions? All right. Well, good job, everybody, with the cases. The 5-step method is the foundation of this course. And so what's coming next? So as you saw with the 5-step method, if you don't have technical knowledge, can you be ethical? If you don't know anything about coronavirus, if you don't know anything about highways, can you be ethical? Even if you know all the frameworks, even if you know the 5-step method very well? No, you cannot. In the same way, if you want to be ethical in your job, IT, with patent law, with data privacy, but you don't know anything about data privacy, patents, IP, cybersecurity, can you be ethical? Absolutely not. It's delusional to think that you can be ethical without knowing a topic. That's why either you have experts or you study by yourself. And so the next part of this course, now that you know how to be ethical in general, is to go deeper into data privacy, intellectual property, corruption, and so that you know it well and that you can be more ethical. Sounds good? Awesome. Fantastic. Okay, so I'll see you soon, and I'll be on Slack. Any questions? Don't be shy. Yeah, cool. You can start leaving. Yeah. Super, Lamia. Thank you. Awesome. If you study, this is a very easy course. Yeah. Midterm piece of cake if you study. Good, Salama. Good job. Thank you for showing us. Okay, you too, Moza. Ciao, ciao. Rock and roll. Moza, ciao, ciao. Mariam. Yes, a great day. Absolutely. Who is NSQ? NSQ. Can you put your nickname, like your real name? Because who is NSQ? Naima. Would you put Naima NSQ if you want to keep the nickname somehow? Okay, good. Right, good. And don't forget to answer this poll about how useful you found it. Like, I find it super useful. So interesting. Look at this. Yeah, please. This is super useful. Remember, it's anonymous. Nobody's watching what you do, so nobody will know what you. So be completely and radically honest. Good. Okay, man. Goodbye. Let's see. We have 5 people left. Okay, these 5 people. What are you doing? Asha, Alia, Eman, Fatima. Okay, go home. Go home. Leave the meeting.